You can get up to $175 in free credits on AgentRouter to use models like Claude Opus 4.8, Opus 5 and GPT 5.6 Soul. I tested it myself and it works perfectly. So let's see how you can claim this free credits and set up AgentRouter API in Claude Code and Claude Desktop so that you can use these models with your free credits. Let's get started. Alright, first of all, make sure you go to the link given in video description. Make sure you visit the same link, otherwise you won't get the credits. It is a referral program and this is how it works. Now you have to sign up with your GitHub account and make sure your GitHub account is older. I guess more than 1 year. The agent router requires an older account just to avoid the credit farming. Now I tried to sign up with a GitHub account which is around 8 months old and it did not work and I got this red notice and it is in Chinese. So if I translate, it says GitHub account does not meet registration requirements. So I tried to sign up with my older GitHub account which is around 8 year old and it did work. You see, I got the green notice and if I translate, it says check-in successful. So you have to use an older GitHub account to get credits on AgentRouter. Now let's go to the dashboard. Now you see I have $175 in credits to use the available AI models. Now if I go to personal settings, then you can see that there are 3 models available: Claude Opus 4.8, Opus 5 and GPT 5.6 Soul. So you can use these 3 models via API for your coding purpose. Alright, now let's create an API token so that we can configure it inside Claude Code. And simply create a token and you can name it anything that you want. Token grouping, I don't want to do that. Expiration time, leave it. And new quantity, keep it 1. Quota, if you want to assign some quota to that API, you can do that. But if you want to use only one API key, then you can keep it unlimited. And simply click on submit and it will generate an API key. Now you can copy this API key to configure inside Claude Code. Okay, now let's open terminal on my PC. And first of all, make sure Claude Code is installed on your PC. If not, you can simply copy and paste this command from video description and hit enter. Now it will install Claude Code on your PC. After that, we need to configure the Anthropic Base URL as an environment variable and point it to AgentRouter. This will tell Claude Code to send API request through AgentRouter instead of Anthropic. For that, you need to copy and paste this command from video description and hit enter. And now you need to set up the API key as an environment variable. Simply paste this command and replace it with your actual API key. So let's copy the actual API key that I generated and paste it in the terminal here. So let's delete and paste the actual API and hit enter so that API can be saved as environment variable. Now I will execute this command so that I can remove any Anthropic API key that might be set as environment variable so that it won't mismatch or conflict with each other. This is optional, but you can run it anyway. At this point you are done, but we can do one more thing. You see, the AgentRouter offers Opus 4.8 along with Opus 5, but the Claude model selector does not show Opus 4.8. We can add the Opus 4.8 as a custom model by executing these 3 commands. You will find all these commands in video description. So I will simply execute these 3 commands. First we'll set up the Opus 4.8 in the model selector and other 2 are for the naming and description. After that you need to open the Claude setting.json file. I have entered wrong command. So you can try this command and it will open the Claude settings.json file inside Notepad. Now you have to delete all the content of this settings.json file. If you have previously set up any other model like DeepSeek or Kimi K3, then delete all the content and save this file. Deleting this code won't cause any problem, but it will make sure that we don't face any conflicts between models. Now let's open a new terminal window and then type Claude here and press enter. Yes, I trust this folder. Now you see it is running Opus 5 via API uses billing. Let's say hi, which model is this? And after a few seconds I got the response. This is Claude Opus 5. Now let's try to switch the model. Type /model and press enter. And you see we have now Opus 4.8 and the name is Claude Opus 4.8 via AgentRouter. Now I can easily switch to Opus 4.8 whenever I want. Let's say hi to this model and ask which model is this, and you see it is Opus 4.8. So both models are now working and you can easily switch between these two models. Now let's open a project folder and try to test this setup. So I will open an existing project and run terminal inside the project and launch Claude here. Now I will just ask it to review the code of our project. And you see it started working. So the free API and our setup both are working pretty fine. Now if you want to set up the AgentRouter API inside Claude Desktop, you can do that as well. First, make sure Claude Desktop is installed on your PC. If not, go to the official page, download and install the Claude Desktop. And then click on this hamburger menu at the top and then help, now troubleshooting, and click on enable developer mode. This option, now click on enable. After that it will relaunch the Claude Desktop. Now again go to the hamburger menu and you will see this developer option. Hover over it and then click on configure third party interface. Now choose the gateway option at the top, this one, and credential kind, select static API key and gateway base URL. You have to copy this URL and paste it there. So simply put https agentrouter.org then /. Now gateway API key, you have to put your API key here. Simply copy and paste it here. In the gateway authentication scheme, choose the bearer option and now test the connection. And if I scroll down, you see it found two models. And if I test the model discovery, it got Claude Opus 4.8 and Opus 5. Now if you want, you can enable this 1 million context option and then apply changes and save and restart. It will just restart the Claude Desktop and you are good to go. Now you can chat with the available models or use it for coding. And here you can easily switch between available models and choose the different effort levels. And if I say hi, it is working. Let's go to the code option and select the prefer model and then select a project folder. I will select my existing Claude project folder so that I can work on my existing projects. And if I prompt it out something, it will work on that project. You see, it started working on my existing project. So you can use it to create new projects or work with your existing project however you want. Now let's go to the AgentRouter dashboard. Here you will find how much credits you have used, then number of requests and tokens and other details. Or you can go to the users log to find more details about tokens and credit uses. And if you want to get more credits, then go to the wallet option and share your referral link to your friends or anyone, and once they sign up, you will get extra credits. Overall, the free API works, the setup works, but I found out the API is bit slow. Anyway, when you are getting these models with free credits, I guess we can't complain too much. And that's all for this video guys, hope this helped. If you are new to this channel, then I create videos around PC, software and AI stuff. If you find it helpful, you can subscribe and I will see you in my next one.